beautiful, dog. Clean up, very clean, dog.
Alright guys, so I have on my phone here a list of videos that I want to react to and stuff. Right, but I never got to doing it. Because I'm busy. Alright, so we're gonna watch this. It says 973 at Namo explained. My look into the internet's most mysterious website. This video is made by Elder's Vault. This thing is 10 years old.
I left a link in the description.
Guys, I can't hear anything. Motherfucking motorcycles and cars outside too loud. It's so loud outside, I can't hear shit.
With that being said, let's dive right into today's video topic, our exploration into 973 at Namu. If you've been around the channel for a while now,
Zaza.
you'd know that I've looked through this once already. But with all of the changes in format, and me just generally being able to go into more depth, I wanted to revisit the topic as it still intrigues me to this day. If you haven't heard of 973 at Namu, it's a mysterious website that has been around the internet for quite a while now. When you first go on the website, it looks slightly off-putting, but not creepy per se. But as you start to explore the various links strategically hidden within the website, it gets, well, a little creepier. Many of the pages are extremely cryptic, and after looking through it, it's seemingly endless, at least from a regular website goer's perspective. I found an article that estimates that it has well over 100,000 pages, and just as many, if not more, links.
100,000 pages? What?
That lead you down, well, to put it lightly, strange rabbit holes. As I said before, many of these links aren't what you would imagine from a regular website.
Bro, if I go on this website, do I get a virus? I better not get a virus. I have this thing on my screen where it shows me if I'm being protected. You see where it says the secure browser protects your personal data? The green frame around your browser window indicates you're being fully protected. So
sometimes single letters within words popping up a brand new page with even more information and many times disturbing pictures.
The fuck is
it doesn't
that?
just
Is this like optical illusion or something? What is this? I don't understand.
Stop at disturbing pictures and cryptic text either. When I initially stumbled on this website a couple months ago, I came across a hidden forum section. And as you might imagine, it's still active.
Still active? What is this?
Maybe even weirder yet is the fact that I got a chance to speak with one of the main administrators of the forum, and to say the least, the interaction was incredibly interesting. More on that later though. This website to this day leaves me with so many questions. Why does it exist in a public sense other than just to draw attention that the creators seemingly don't want? It just doesn't add up. Furthermore, how do new people get drawn here and start speaking with the same kind of dialect and condescendence towards
Is this like a cult or something? I think there's a hidden, is this like secret cult recruitment?
new people? Could this be some sort of cult that are dragging people in for their
Bro, that's what I just said! Oh my god.
ideas? Some sort of new age religion? Or could something potentially stranger and darker be going on here? So
I think this website, it's a recruitment site. And it also may be a secret religion.
I set out to get answers. Now, just looking through some of the more basic links the website has to offer, you'll
Yo, what the hell? It's so weird.
notice a few recurring themes. Numbers being connected to the alphabet in some way, convoluted math problems, and a lot.
Bro, I better get a fucking scary pop-up. I swear to God. This is just coming out of the screen like, ah, or some shit. Look at this. Look at the eyeball over here. Look at it's looking at me. Look at that. Yo! Is it following me? Is it following me? Shit, man. I like it.
A lot of talk of divinity and God just to start. When you start to go deeper into it, however, you'll start to find disturbing pictures, strange music just randomly playing on your computer.
Oh, hell no. Imagine I'm watching a YouTube video I'm like, let's say I'm watching like a music video, right? I crank up that shit. You know, I'm jamming, and I go to the website. I forgot to lower my volume. It goes like, damn. I'm like, oh fuck. Just the noise itself is scarier than a fucking pop up because you just get startled. Like, oh fuck.
And maybe the most disturbing of all, a forum section. Anybody not versed in this website will have a strange time navigating it, and I have to imagine this was done purposefully. As I said before, I found a site directory detailing all of the different pages it has, and the numbers are terrifying. Finally, just from an eye-level examination, the main oddity is the recurrence of the number 9. There are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of math equations on the website that come out to 9 or revolve around 9, that honestly have some really interesting significance in context. So I started there. I got the opportunity to speak with some Redditors about this phenomenon that had explored the website extremely extensively, spending hours on end looking for meaning, and, well, no matter how creepy it is, here's what they had to say. Be careful of 973 Etna Mu. Its expanse is so vast and its content is so deep, it's almost like getting hypnotized. I skipped work for days looking through every page and trying to make sense of it all.
Jesus.
The people on the forum
What the fuck, man? Skip work for days? Oh, hell no.
are extremely persuasive, and we concluded that I needed more time to explore the website further before getting an opportunity to converse any deeper. I don't know about you guys, but stuff like this only makes me want answers even more. The fact that people can get almost entirely engulfed in something like this leads me to believe that, at least for some people, something extremely deep can be gathered here, or at the very least, just intriguing enough for people to want more
Why is he zooming in?
answers.
Oh,
Theories
he's
on
looking for the author's. No, he's looking for the artist's name and the year or something that he made the painting or something. Yo, nowadays these things that you can make them using ChatGPT.
973 Etna Mu are extremely vast, and when looked at on
Denizen.
a surface level, it almost seems like a creepypasta. There's so many possibilities and reasons for such a website to exist, the theories are seemingly infinite. So rather than looking for the content within the website,
He's just gonna look at the paintings and the artist.
I decided to do a little bit of investigation outside of the website.
Okay.
First, I started with finding the owner of the domain. It was registered and paid for by a man named David Dennison. After doing a deep dive into David's past, I found that he was an artist from the United Kingdom, and was even able to dig up many of his older pieces of work. A good friend of mine always says that if it could be an art project, it probably is. But it goes so much deeper than that, and I don't even think David knew the lengths at which this website would be taken. David passed away in 2014, and for years before that, he was unable to work on his art or add new pages to the website. With that being said, the website hasn't stopped growing, amassing hundreds of new pages in recent years, with even stranger and more cryptic math problems, entire walls of text, and, to put it extremely
You guys, if I go on this website and I see a math problem, fuck, it's gonna be like a really complex one. Like guys, my highest level of math was calculus, like advanced business calculus. But this shit, it's like you're gonna have to decrypt it, right? It's gonna take a while. I'm just gonna fuck that shit. I'm just gonna copy that shit, put it in ChatGPT, see what it does.
lightly new forum posts that are a bit creepy. I don't personally believe that Dave was behind the more eccentric part of the
This shit is weird, bro. What is this? It's like a guy? It was his husband, wife, and son. Why is it like this? Do you like see something different when you squint your eyes or something? This
website.
is weird. I don't get it. What the hell? What? This guy, I don't know who the hell made these things. In a way, they look pretty cool. By the way, it looks just like you were like high on drugs while doing this.
Which brings us to our first theory. Dave could have potentially been a part of some group that found refuge in his art. In a sense, the possibility that people congregated their ideas around his art, or he congregated his art around somebody's ideas, and constructed a labyrinthian of ideas to share with the world through a website. This would explain the continued updates and use of the website after David passed away.
But yo, when you buy a website domain, you have to pay it like every year, right? To like constantly have it up. He passed away. Did he like transfer his website, his domain, everything to like a friend or something? Maybe? And he told his friend to not reveal what it is? Or reveal what it means?
And explains why more than just Dave would
Yo, what the hell is this? This thing looks cool though. What the?
have access to the domain after his passing, with potentially multiple domain holders. But this isn't without holes either. David was a renowned artist in the United Kingdom, and most probably wasn't in a cult, and if he was, he held it extremely well. Especially a cult that's so dedicated and, well, outlandish to say the least. The second theory could be that Dave did all of this as a large art project, not really putting time into the numbers or religious texts, other than just putting them there with his art to scare people and attract more attention.
Maybe.
Eventually, as time went on, more and more people found some kind of esoterical meaning in the website and congregated around it, forming ideas and keeping the forum alive, almost using the website as some sort of home base for their own neo-religious or cult beliefs. Again, this theory isn't without holes either, with the website itself getting updated after Dave's passing. He would have had to pass the domain to someone else to continue his art, and that just doesn't make much sense considering how little traffic the site gets. Maybe the craziest part of my adventure was, after finding all of this and presenting it to the head forum mod Redbeck on the Etnamu forums, he finally stopped being cryptic with me, and the response I got was absolutely not something I expected. He explained to me that at its core, the website is an illustration of their group's beliefs. What group means specifically, I didn't care to ask. He said that it's a slight glimpse into God, and how God only exists through numbers and mathematical equations. Basically saying that in a very literal sense, math is God, and the number 9 is the best illustration of God we have. He didn't go any further and stopped responding to my messages entirely after I received this last message. I guess it's a mystery solved? We're still left with so many unexplained questions, not only logistically, but just in a general sense. Who is this group, and more importantly, what are they capable of? They're obviously extremely persuasive and
Bro, what is this? What is this painting?
have grown their numbers through their ideas on the 973 Etnamu website. It's extremely possible for it to be some kind of religious group or cult, and just how simple that explanation sounds is maybe what makes it so crazy. The fact that anybody could be a part of a cult or recruiting for a cult, and you wouldn't know it until it was too late. You guys will have to draw your own conclusions on what you think is going on here, but it was certainly fun to adventure down this rabbit hole together. I will say, if you look for stuff on the 973 Etnamu forums, or sign up for an account, be extremely careful, and don't use a username or password you would normally use.
Guys, I feel like that first video, it didn't really explain much because it was like 10 years ago, in a way. So I'll try to find one that's like more relatively new. Honestly, if this one doesn't explain that much, I'll probably watch another one. Alright, this is by Gleam. Shout out to Gleam. I don't know how loud this is. Probably like right here.
One of the weirdest rabbit holes I've stumbled upon on the internet has to come from 973 Etnamu 973. Welcome to part 1 of my series, Internet Mysteries. I'll be uploading all parts on each topic that I speak on, all onto my profile.
Wait, it's only part 1? Honestly, I think part 1 is fine. Because I think I pretty much got the understanding in a way.
all at once, so there's no way and no rush either to watch the rest of it. Back to this part's topic, 973 at Namu 973 was a website created back in 2010 by this man right here, which is British surrealist painter David Denison.
Oh, he's the painter. He's got to make all the artwork. And he made the website. You see, guys, this video explains it so much better.
Known for his works such as Eye of Horus,
So he did do all these artworks. What the hell is it? Yeah, I saw this in the last video.
British surrealist painter David Denison. Known for his works such as Eye of Horus right here, fantastic. The Siren and plenty of other known for his works such as Eye of Horus right
This is Eye of Horus. Pretty interesting concept.
here, fantastic. The Siren and
The Siren. What the hell?
plenty of other untitled works. I just didn't incorporate them because they didn't have a title. Upon opening 973's link, you'll be taken to this first beginning page that says a maze in abracadabra, all following down, unspelling itself into this A right here in a pyramid shape. Now, to a lot of you, even me, whenever I first saw it, this didn't make sense, but looking into it, this is actually an old mysticism practice from, I believe, the 16th century that people believe to ward off evil and illness. After a huge pain in the ass of clicking around to the website, you'll be taken here, which is the second page of 973, where there'll be 3 symbols presented to you. Upon clicking that first symbol that you saw right there, it will take you to this page that starts with 99973. I am that I am, I that am, that 9, that am, that I, za 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 za. Now, this seems all over. I mean, you see I9 thought with 28, 15, 21, 7, 8, 20. This just seems just like very all over the place. A lot of people might think this is just ramblings of a madman. Well, that's going to be up to public opinion, but let me explain to you what a lot of this means. From what I was reading around their community and the people who have talked about this, 9, obviously, since this is numerology, is I, and they believe 9 is sacred, representing the human. That also is what the website's name is. Et Namu is backwards, is the human. 973, I couldn't really figure out too much about because put in the numerology is IGC, at least in the same numerology they're doing here, which is, the 20th letter of the alphabet. And you'll see more of that later on. I wasn't sure of IGC. Maybe it's saying I'm God's chosen. That's what my little theory is, but I'm not sure. So if someone knows about that, you could explain in the comments. Before moving on to the next few pages, I will touch on this again, but the za 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 comes up a lot. And some people's theory
They spoke of that good Zaza.
on it that I believe is most likely is that Z being the 26th letter of the alphabet and A being the first letter. They do a lot of 1 through 26s in here. There's not any bigger numbers. You can even see it down here. The 2 plus 6, they're doing this all over again down here. They believe that might be the alpha and the omega, one beginning and the end, but that's just another theory. I don't believe that has been clarified by anybody, at least not anyone that I've read. Moving on, there is some more of the pages like this, where it's just numbers, followed by some more art by David Denison himself. Now, if you're big into theology, you will recognize this stuff. This is Hindu. Sri Krishna's Remembering. Many lies, Arjuna, you and I have lived. I remember them all, but them dost not. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I won't.
Bhagavad Gita.
But this is important because it is then followed by Brahma scripture. And I'll show you why this is important. Diving deeper into the website, you will be taken here to the evocation. This is the craziest part in my opinion. And a quick heads up for anyone who is very Christian or Muslim or anyone who just doesn't want to mess with any of that crazy spiritual stuff, I would recommend not reading anything that I'm going to be showing you from now on. Continuing on the evocation, this is a very, very long page with a ton of writing and a ton of repeating words like palindrome style writing. Continuing on, it will show David Denison's artwork and it will show more writing. The creepy part is that people have stated online, as I will show you with their Oracle forum, that reading this evocation from top to bottom at a specific time or on a specific day will have very specific side effects onto your psyche.
No fucking way, yo. That's crazy. What? No way, guys. Oh my god. Holy shit, this is crazy. Nah, it's not happening.
This is user White Rabbit, who on his profile says he's a 46-year-old man, and he said he finally solved it. He spent the last 5 years studying the website, and he ended up reading the evocation, and he doesn't want to post the result because it works too well. Happy to answer questions, but he will not be held accountable for any side effects that come after. Now, that was very strange to me, so I had to continue looking into it more. A now deleted Reddit user stated 7 years ago, which led me to a now deleted Reddit user saying that if you do the evocation right, it may take them up to a month to contact you. Now, this isn't something that will happen while you are sleeping like some sort of vision, but what happened is physical and as real as everything around you. He even gives a witness account, per se, of his friend that did it, and it took him 2 weeks and 1 day. And I guess as you can read right here, I can let you pause for a second and read yourself.
Okay, so my friend that did this, it took him 2 weeks. He read the whole evocation. He read the whole script from top to bottom on the website. When it happened, he said he was sitting on his couch studying something when he started to feel odd. And the next thing he knows, everything around him stretched until he saw himself above the earth and leaving it at a fast pace. Do not worry too much about your absence being noticed, as they will take you when you are isolated. And where they take you is a liminal plane beyond space and time. Now, what makes it dangerous is if you get scared and abandon the ritual once started, or if you are brought before a less friendly race. What? But once you can ask any questions and they will answer. Do you want to know if God exists? Or maybe who shot JFK or truly behind 9/11? Or perhaps you want the winning numbers to the lottery. Now, once you are there, it is up to you to figure out how to get back to Earth, as they will not willingly return you. To return and invoke the name of God, you will be sent back. Careful not to do this before you want to leave, as they...
I'm not sure the legitimacy of that. It's Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt, if you will. To end it off, I'm going to do it on one of my favorite pages, which has this strange graph down here that I can't really make full sense of. I'm not entirely sure. But it also has the hours of Horus, which is 1836, which is for Americans, that's 636. Anyone well understanding of angel numbers could explain what the 636 relevance is, or 1836 relevance is, or anyone better with any cryptography or numerology would understand this better than I would. So I'm not going to try to explain it. Now, to fully end it off, this is a belief that math is God. That's what at least people are theorizing. And David Dennison was just very artistic in his way of expressing it. This is kind of their version of a Bible, per se. This is just the scriptures of the man that they look up to and believe is like the prophetic figure in their belief. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you want me to go in even more in depth and do more research and make a full-length video, I could do that on YouTube, or I could do it again on TikTok. And if you want more, just leave a like, comment. Goodbye. Thank you.
Alright guys, that was the video. I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that shit.